Honorable Skosana, your time runs until 10 to 8. It starts now.
Thank you very, very much once again, Chair. And good evening, Mr. Matlala.
Good evening.
I just want to say to you that the other witnesses who came in here, like General Mkhwananzi, is still going to come back here. And the evidence which you have given us today as well, has to be tested. Yes. As I said earlier, I think I said this is not a court of law. We are probing here. We are not crucifying anyone. Now, I'm going to start by asking you, do you know Major General Sinona from the DPCI is the HOC boss in KwaZulu-Natal?
Yes, I do.
How long do you know him?
5 or 6 years.
Because I understand that he said that you've grown up together. Is it true?
No. He didn't say that.
No, I'm saying him.
We grew up together.
Yes.
He's older than me.
I'm sorry?
He's older than me.
Yes, he's older than you. But he mentioned that he played football with you as well. But yeah, if you say no, it means is incorrect what he was telling General Mkhwananzi. Now, are you aware of any criminal cases? Like earlier, I think Honorable Breitenbeck asked you about him, that he used to work in Silverton as a head of investigation and as a head of organized crime unit.
And when was that?
Some years before you went to KwaZulu-Natal.
Maybe it's
you were not aware?
No.
Lieutenant Mkhwananzi told us that you are very close to Lieutenant Sibia. Is that true?
That is not true.
How do you know Lieutenant Sibia? Besides that, you went while he was acting, if I remember well, that he must resolve your matters at Vachis, if I remember well. Was it for the first time you've seen General Sibia?
Yes, in 2024.
Yes. Is it true that Lieutenant General Sibia and his driver, a policeman, collects cash on monthly basis from somebody somewhere in Sandton? Did you ever told General Mkhwananzi about that?
No.
Now, Mkhwananzi never said we are part and parcel of the so-called drug cartels. He never said so when he appeared before us. That I can show you. He said there are people who are members of the so-called drug cartel. But I'm going to put it to you. Do you know any drug cartel members? No. Do you know any drug cartel members?
No.
Besides what was mentioned at Matlala Commission?
No.
So is it not true that somebody, or anyway, because you said now, you said that you don't know him, and I don't think that it will be fair for me to ask you this question. Lieutenant General Mkhwananzi is a provincial commissioner. Do you know that?
Yes, I know.
General Mkhwananzi said that the meeting where you met him in Durban, I think you ended up at Pels.
Yes, that's true.
He said that meeting was not organized by former Minister Peggy Cele. It was organized by Major General Sinona.
I'm the one who organized Mr. Sinona.
Yeah, well, I'm just putting to you what he said, because he'll come back and respond for himself. He corroborated what you said, that you arrived, you were at Oyster Box next to Beverly Hills. And then he said, when the call came, he was told he must come to Oyster Box, and he said, no, he's not coming there. You must come out. You came up with a small car, and then you gave him the description of the car.
Who, me?
No, well, I Major General Sinono, but Major, not you, Sinono said that, I remember very, very well, that when you come out, he will see you is at Beverly Hills. Then you'll follow him, as you said yourself, that you went to Pearls, the boom gate, you opened, and you went to a penthouse there. Am I right?
Yes.
Now, then you were arrested, am I right? Besides that, you raised an issue about, before you were arrested, there's this guy called Neji from Midstream. In his own version, he said Neji was called right on the spot when you were, the three of you, at Pass by Major General, by yourself, because he said that the so-called kidnapping and the torture has got nothing to do with him, because that is a DPCI matter. So the issue of him, the case being opened for him, it was a fabricated story. And there's a person who was kidnapped. They went to, the Neji guy works with a private investigator. Do you know that?
No, I don't know that.
It's news to
I don't know that, yes.
The kidnapper, do you know anything about Malelane, that they went to trace that person who was kidnapped in Malelane, in Mpumalanga?
Malelane, no.
You don't know anything about that?
It's Malelane in Mpumalanga.
Yeah, in Malelane. Remember, just before the border, there's Malelane. So the person who was kidnapped, why Neji was called, is because there was a person, a Muslim for that matter, who was kidnapped, and they looked for him, and they went to Malelane. Unfortunately, he was not there. There was a border policeman who was involved, alleged involved in the kidnapping of that person. And unfortunately, that house of that policeman was burned down after the visit of these investigators of Major General Sinon. You don't know that?
No, I don't know that.
So the discussion that is your son and Neji's son, they went to school together. General Mkhwananzi says it's not so, because he was called. You called him on the same day.
I called who?
You called that Neji because he resides in Midstream, where you've got a house there in Midstream. That's what he told us.
First of all, why would I call him? Because by then I did not even know. I knew him after that because I had to go and look for him. So I did not call him there.
But anyway, I'm just putting that to you, that he's going to tell us that you called that gentleman on the same day when you were at Pals.
Okay.
And you know him before that. Now, the issue that he asked you to call him to withdraw the case, that's your version, am I right?
Yes.
But he said that he doesn't even know who was tortured, because the DPCI. Hence, I'm saying the truth will be revealed at the end of the day. That who's telling the truth?
I think there's also a video of that.
It's fine. Thank you. Now, I think that you were lured to. In fact, you were brought into heaven. For one reason only. One reason only. Because you know that the disclosing operational engagement with investigative subjects prematurely will have violated the 3 substanding orders on sensitive matters. In other words, Major General Sisinono brought you to Durban for you to give like an informer, like an informer in a way. You were being under investigation by General Mkhwananzi. What would be your take on that?
They brought me as an informer.
What I'm saying, Major General Sinono, the one you said is your brother, brought you to General Mkhwananzi, not in good faith. What's your take on that?
First of all, I will say he did not bring me to Mr. Mkhwananzi. Mr. Mkhwananzi was brought by General Cele. So he did not know before that I was supposed to meet him.
Yeah, but remember, Minister Cele was not there.
Yes.
Yes.
So you're saying...
So I'm saying, if he comes back to us and say, and collaborate what I'm asking you now, because that's what he told us, to say, the meeting was arranged by Major General Sinono,
yes,
not Minister Peggy Cele. And Peggy Cele was not there, am I right?
Yes, he was not there, yes.
Now, you know the general principle of investigative confidentiality and the need to avoid compromising operatives, sources, or integrity of the broader inquiry. Because remember, General Mkhwananzi is a policeman. Now, the purpose of that meeting, I'm putting it to you, had nothing to do with favor, benefit, inducement, or corruption. Do you agree with me? Your meeting between yourself and General Mkhwananzi.
I don't know about that.
No, remember, you met him. You spoke and you told him your problem with your payment from the national office. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes.
And then he told you that he knows one general, Lieutenant General Kono.
Yes, Nkoa.
Yes. Now, he did not request that meeting, General Mkhwananzi. Am I right?
Yes.
He received no benefit of any kind from you. Am I right? He did not receive any benefit from you of any kind.
After the meeting?
Yes, after the meeting.
He requested me to convince him, that guy to withdraw the charges.
Yeah, but I'm saying to you, he did not receive any benefit of any kind from you.
It will be benefit if that guy withdrew charges against him.
Yeah, a material benefit.
Are you talking about money?
Material benefit of any kind.
Yes, I agree with you.
Did the meeting alter, restrain, redirect, or weaken the investigation into your tender network? What that meeting, the results of that meeting was it a wasteful meeting for you? What is your take?
Yeah, I will say after a while, then I think it was wasteful.
It was a wasteful meeting. The trip was really a fruitless expenditure. Am I right? Now, the meeting was not probative of any wrongdoings. Do you agree with me on that again?
Yes.
It is therefore no material to us as parliamentarians in this inquiry unless it involves improper influences, which it did not. Am I right? It doesn't influence us by any means, your meeting.
It does not influence?
Us as a committee.
I don't know, because I've been asked here to testify, so I don't know if it does not or it does.
There might be a strongest factual defense by General Mkhwananzi when he appears before us again. Now, remember, General Mkhwananzi did not protect you for you not to be arrested. Am I right?
Yes.
The arrest occurred under the same investigative structure of Mkhwananzi, which he was overseeing. Am I right?
Yes.
The project leader, Lieutenant General Tumisan Kumalo, may have an operational lead to the project, but the appellant was their executive authority and his unit carried out the arrest on you. Do you agree? I'm talking about Mkhwananzi because he's an appellant on this matter. Am I right?
Yes.
Hence, I'm saying to you that the trip to David and the meeting at Pels bear no fruit at all. Am I right? It was, as I said earlier, but we agreed on that. That it didn't benefit you. You know, am I right on that?
Yes.
Now we agreed that there was no result for that meeting. In fact, you were disappointed. Am I right?
After I was arrested.
Yeah, or after you were arrested. Are you aware that your payment? Because remember, I think you are doing the so-called medical assessment in that tender which was cancelled by SAPS. Am I right? They were supposed, in fact, not was supposed to. There were students who were supposed to go to college. Am I right? Who needed a medical assessment.
Yes.
And some service providers complained that they are not paid by you because SAPS did not pay you. Am I right?
Yes.
And the intervention by Minister Senzo Mkhunu was that he asked them to pay you for SAPS to be able to send those students to the different colleges. Am I right?
I don't know about that.
You didn't know about that?
Yes.
Yeah, let me put it to you. It was Senzo Mkhunu who intervened, but he said they must only pay because he wants those students to go to the college. It was nobody. It was not Minister Tele. It was Senzo Mkhunu himself who intervened to say they must pay you, otherwise we won't have anyone going to the college. In that meeting, let me put this to you, if that meeting had any improper purpose, the natural consequences would have been to shield you. Am I right? If that meeting.
Yes, I will say that, but if there were some other interferences, people came and then you find out you end up getting a highest bid. I said, no, listen, it's either me or him, you choose. So I think I was less important.
Yeah, I'll put it to you that the fact that arrest proceeded demonstrated that there was no favor exchange, no compromise, no improper influence, no corrupt relationship at all between yourself and General Mkhwananzi. Am I right?
I have my doubts there.
Because it's going to come and argue here to say that it did not require for him to disclose of every meeting with suspects, because in his job, what he does is normal for a senior police officials to meet investigative subjects without logging them as material disclosure unless they raise conflict of interest or they create a reasonable perception of impropriety. Do you agree with me on that?
I do.
If neither of those criteria applied, in this case, it did not, or on that meeting which you had, it was not relevant to the committee for us to ask him about your meetings with him. Had no bearing on the substance of these allegations, carried no probative values unless the committee was examining a corruption of impropriety, which it was not in his conduct. And as well, your meeting was not about you paying him, alleged paying him, as you said that to one of my colleagues, that you could have lied if you wanted to and say you paid him, like you paid Minister Kele, am I right?
Yes.
So you were telling us the truth, that there was no material benefit. Am I right?
Yes, sir, you're right.
Therefore, this is where he can anchor the reasoning of policing norms. Police officials do not publicity catalogically every meeting that they have with suspect. Routine investigative engagement and covered by confidentiality, no political reporting. I think you know that. Hence, as well, I think you are not interested in politics. Like when he said that in that meeting there was this so-called Zulu, what was it? Zulu, it's a Zulu war. To publicity list such meetings in parliamentary, in a parliamentary they will have compromise the informants, expose investigative methodology, undermine parallel inquiries, allow suspect to map up investigative strategy. That's what Mkhwananzi will tell us when he comes back. And I think I'm not putting this to you maliciously, because as we are here, as you said yourself, that you want to tell us the truth. And I don't have a doubt that we are lying to us, because we are under oath. Am I right? Whatever you told us is what we've experienced. You said to us some other matters, you might have forgotten them. I think that's what you said yesterday. And we said, we understand, because you said you are in a solitary confinement, and your phone as well, and some of your gadgets are not with you. Am I right? Now, it is critical. A fact is that if disclosure will have changed the credibility, the integrity of investigation, because we are under investigation, and I think we are aware of that. I must say this to you. It might be justified. I only needed to disclose the interactions that were relevant to the committee mandate or suggestive of improper influence, as I said earlier to you. The conclusion of that meeting which you had with Major General Sinona and Lieutenant General Mkhwananzi, there was no corruption there. Do you agree? Which transpired in your meeting.
But there was suggestion of corruption.
There was suggestion of corruption,
Yes.
but there was no corruption.
Technically it was, because there was suggesting that I need to work with General Nkua.
Yeah, but I mean, if somebody refers you to someone, is that corruption? If I say to you, come to me, you say we are not paid. Do you know Honorable Nomvalo? I know Honorable Nomvalo. I pick up a call. I said, Mr. Nomvalo, there's a complaint, but unfortunately, it's not within my competency to help him. Can you please attend to that? Like any normal citizen.
Yeah, but when you tell me that this person, they've been paying him this much, so for you to get your things sorted, you also need to pay him this much. Isn't that corruption?
To pay who?
I'm saying if he suggested that I needed to work with General Nkua the same way and manner that she was working with the previous service provider for my stuff to be sorted, I'm asking,
Yeah.
isn't it that some sort of corruption to suggest that I need to work with someone and pay them in order for my stuff to be sorted?
For me, is that there's an allegation against Lieutenant General, you said Nkua.
Nkua, yes.
Is there a credible evidence that she's corrupt?
No.
Or is an allegation that she works with whoever, another company?
Yes, he backed up by saying that she's buying property that she cannot afford, unless if he was lying to me about that. Because he even gave me an address of one property which I went to check it out and even took the pictures. So unless if even that property, it was just a diversion. But if that property really belongs to her, meaning he was not lying to me.
Right. So there was a favor or there was no favor on you by General Mkhwananzi?
There was no favor.
Any influence beside the issue of Lieutenant General Nkua that you must see him?
Yeah, there's nothing.
No consignment of any of your cases you are facing now?
I didn't have cases before when I was with him.
No contradiction? Or there was any contradiction in your view now as we are sitting here?
Contradiction?
Yes.
Contradiction meaning that we didn't agree on something.
Yes.
Yes, I didn't agree on the fact that he was saying that if I do not do what he wanted, he will charge me for attempted murder.
But for me, from where I'm sitting, I think the investigation proceeded to the arrest of you. Hence we are here today, am I right? By the same man.
Yes, but the reasons for that, I don't know what led him to do that.
My last one will be, I think it will be like a follow-up because I didn't get it clear about, what is it, Jermaine?
Jermaine?
Yes. Who's Jermaine Brin?
He's a guy who's been, he's been convicted for, but he paid fine for that conviction. Convicted for impersonating people using voice manipulation technology.
Okay.
That I can take your voice and call someone, pretend to be you. And also identity manipulation. I can call someone using your phone number as if it's you, but it's not you, yes.
And your historical relationship?
I do not have a historical relationship with him.
Do you know Paulo O'Sullivan?
Yes, I know him.
What's your relationship with him?
I don't have a relationship. I know him as a forensic investigator.
Did you ever had a meeting with him?
I've never met him.
Or you only know him as a forensic investigator?
Yes.
And do you have his number?
No, I don't have.
Brown Mkhwananzi, is he your friend?
No, he's not a friend.
He is the one who I said that yesterday. He impersonated himself as one of the ministerial staff, am I right?
Yes, yes.
At Madanga Commission, unfortunately, because we are arrested, you don't know what he said there.
Yeah.
Now, you said you paid him how much?
I would say between 150 and 200,000.
For the January ANC, January 8th.
Yeah, yes.
And as you said, you promised us that you even have the names as well of those who travel, which you paid for their traveling arrangements. Am I right?
Yes.
You already sent it to us already.
I think they are somewhere in the bundles. I saw them in the. I also have them, but I don't know if they already gave them to you.
Okay. My last parting shot, there was on the media the issue. Do you know the Treasurer General of the African National Congress, Gwen Ramokgopa?
Yes, I know her.
Have you ever funded her?
No.
Nothing?
No.
There's a picture of you with President Ramaphosa. Is it fabricated or is he your friend?
Wait.
No, I'm saying on the media.
There's no picture of me with President Ramaphosa.
You don't have?
No, there's no picture of me with President Ramaphosa.
I can show you.
Show me.
I'll show you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
I'll send the chair.
Thank you so much.
Honorable Skosana is busy with Photoshop here.
Honorable members, thank you so much. Let me just check this with you. The grandmother in Swaziland, is it paternal or maternal grandmother?
I don't have a grandmother in Swaziland. I never said, maybe you didn't hear me nicely. I said KZN, not Swaziland.
Didn't you say from KZN to Swaziland?
No. You didn't hear me
Yeah,
nicely.
okay, it's fine. Is it maternal or paternal?
Maternal, yeah.
It's maternal. It's where your mother comes from.
Yes.
So your mother is Mkhwananzi.
My mother's mother.
Your grandmother
Yes.
is Mkhwananzi.
Yes.
And then your mother was also born from the Dlaminis.
From Matlala.
Okay. Matlala, where? Waterberg, Capricorn, Skukune.
Eish. Nake goletse mo Gauteng. I just heard a place called ba re ke Phokwani.
Nebo.
So I kitse gore ke sa yeah, ba re ke Phokwani, yeah.
Yeah. Nebo Pokwane in Skukune. That's where the surname Matlala comes from.
Okay.
It's where your father originates or where your father was born.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. And then, do you know your relatives there in Pokwane?
I don't know them. I wish I could.
Not any.
No, I don't.
Rakhadi, Rangwane,
Nothing.
not any. So the only person that you would have known there was your father. Okay. And then let's move to this matter of Mr. Jerry Bushok. I just want you to explain what do you mean by the manufacturing of narcotics?
To make them, to manufacture them.
Yeah, can you explain further? Because narcotics can be understood in two ways. They can be understood in the sense of medicine and in the sense of them being illegal drugs.
Illegal drugs, yes. But I do not know the process, so I don't know how to explain that.
So when you say illegal drugs, you mean that he was manufacturing those drugs illegally?
Yes.
And for how long have you known that, or when did you come to befriend him?
I've known him for a very long time, but we just became close. I think now it was 2 years, 2 or 3 years. But I've known him for a very long time.
When did you come to know that he's manufacturing narcotics?
He told me.
When was it? Is it 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Because
maybe 2 years ago.
You lived with that information for the last 2 years.
Just 2 years.
Before you came to depose this information with us as the Committee of Parliament, have you ever shared it with any person to say, I have a friend who is, this friend, man.
Yes, I did.
You have shared that information with anybody?
I did.
Have you ever shared it with anybody in the authorities of the SAPS?
No, I didn't.
And then when General Kele, the former police minister, says, I have been helping you and you are not doing anything, how did you understand his expectation?
That he wanted money.
And then when you started to give that money, were you describing it as a bribe or what?
As a
or
repayment.
gratification, or
As a repayment, yeah.
in legal terms or in illegal terms?
I wouldn't phrase it as legal or illegal.
Yeah, I'm just saying, for instance, I have assisted you, and maybe you feel that indeed that assistance came. You can go to the bank and transfer straight to my bank account then to carry stacks of money. That's basically why was it not possible for you to do a direct bank transfer?
He didn't want any transfers. He wanted cash.
And then what was your understanding within that context when a person doesn't want to be given money in a manner that is traceable? Or did you understand it to be legal or illegal?
Illegal, yes.
And then when you just that question which Honorable James has asked you about defeating the ends of justice with the meeting with General Mkhwananzi. When there is a case that has been opened with IPIT, and the case is opened against General Mkhwananzi, and then he arranges a meeting with you, or a meeting is arranged either way, whether by yourself or by him, you eventually meet. And then he says to you that I will try and help you, but I will also want you to talk to these people to withdraw their case. And you say there is a one of the victims who has lost his vocal cords, isn't it?
Yes, that's true.
Didn't you understand his action to be interfering with witnesses?
Yeah, it is.
It's interfering with witnesses.
Yes, it is.
And then illegal activity.
I will say so.
Did you, okay, after that, having met, did any of those victims discuss with you, but to say, Matlala, this thing is defeating the ends of justice and we think must be reported to the authorities?
Yeah, but I didn't have any reason to go and report it to the authorities.
No, just one of them. I'm a victim. I have lost my vocal cords. I can no longer speak, like you say. And then the person has now opened a case with the respective authority, which is IPIT. But then the alleged perpetrator comes and says, no, let's talk this matter out and withdraw it. I'm saying one of those victims, didn't they ever think of reporting the matter of interference with the witnesses to the authorities?
No, they didn't.
Okay. Let me go back to that question that Honorable Sangoni asked you and Honorable Nduli about your honesty and integrity. Do you still hold to that pillar of honesty and integrity?
Yes, I do.
And how do you explain these activities that shroud your honesty and integrity, that put a dark cloud on your integrity and honesty, where you know about a person who manufactures drugs which is illegal? You know about payments that are done which cannot be traceable. You know about activities of defeating the ends of justice. If you stand here as an honest man, how do you explain that within the context of this series of activities that appear to be attracted to you?
Yes, I will say that I'm striving to be an honest man, but obviously there and there will be some challenges. I'm not a perfect man.
You want us to understand that you are not a perfect person.
No, I'm not a perfect
You will
person.
always have your own weaknesses.
Yes.
And then we must understand that
No, I'm not saying...
You are not an angel. That's what you are saying.
Yes, I'm not perfect.
Oh, okay. And then you spoke about General Nkua. And when you mentioned her name, you said, if people have a problem with me associating with these other characters, what do you say about this one who also attends an event of a metropolitan executive? Did I hear you correctly?
Yes, yes.
Were you saying that her attending that event of the metropolitan executive is wrong?
That is a client of SAPS, and she is the end user of that contract. So,
yeah, so you are saying that there could have been a conflict of interest?
I'm saying if it was me, it will be a very different story.
And then maybe your conclusion or your suspicions might have been informed by the fact that you have been tipped that she's probably a beneficiary from the contracts that happened in the department with the previous service provider.
I knew that before that.
You had always known it?
The information, I had it before. I had it when I was hiring that Brigadier Lenono. She's the one who gave me the information.
Or you have, even before General Mkhwananzi
yes,
told you, you already knew?
Yes.
Or you already had this information that...
yes.
So this part as well, didn't you see it as an act of illegality?
What part?
This information that you have, that there is this employee of the SAPS who happens to have a relationship with a service provider in the department, which may represent a conflict of interest.
But I don't think I'm the only one who knows about it. Even Honorable Sangoni said that she knew about that thing. But you said you knew about the wedding.
Yes.
Chair, I have to put on record, I did not say any such thing. I said I was at the wedding. And I was asking you then, her being at the wedding, is that a corrupt act?
Okay. No. I just want us to move to the last question. It may have a follow-up depending on how you respond to it. This case that you are dealing with now, your greatest conviction is that you are a victim of circumstances.
Yes.
And it emanates from you having refused to accede to certain demands.
Yes, that's correct.
And then the many other cases that you would have been charged previously, do you hold the same view that you could have been hounded?
No, I'm not saying that.
If those cases, if you were to be called to one day to say, there is this matter which was withdrawn, we think it must be brought back, we would want you to come and share with us what you know, will you gladly welcome that?
Yes, I will.
Wouldn't you have a problem to say, but this is a matter of 15 years ago, why do you want to revive it now?
If they have a reason, then...
When do you think that it's a witch hunt if somebody wants to bring a matter of 2009.
I wouldn't say that. It depends how what motivates that.
Okay. The last question would be, if such cases were to be brought back, would you say, I have now been given an opportunity to clear my name?
I've already cleared my name, hence they were withdrawn.
No, yes, no, I'm saying to you, yes, Honorable Breitenbach was reading that list. It was a long list. For sure, some cases were in some cases you were acquitted. In some cases, they were withdrawn. Somebody says, no, these cases that have been withdrawn must be reinstated. What will be your reaction? Will you say, no, look, I'm very happy. I think I've been given a chance. I will clear my name.
I don't have a choice. Yes, I will clear my name.
Okay, SC or Advocate Zikalala, can I get parting shots from you if you have?
Thank you, Chair. There's nothing further from me. I'm not certain if the SC has anything further that he wants to add.
Yeah. Let me invite Mr. Tubakale and Mr. Khoza to come to the front so that we officially hand over back their facility. No. We have given you enough time, honorable members. We have given you enough time. We must thank this gentleman, Mkhwananzi.
It's allowed. It's allowed.
You can sit down. Yeah. I think on the part of Parliament, before we close, we must just, first of all, we must thank you for having given us an opportunity to use your facilities, and also having made Mr. Matlala available to come and have a conversation with us. Mkhwananzi, we want to thank you so much for your time. It has not been easy. We had to ask you the questions that we asked you, and you had to give your answers to the best of your abilities. You will understand that we are doing our work as members of Parliament. We need to get our country right and give South Africans hope that the democracy that so many fought and died for. They are given an opportunity to enjoy the fruits of this democracy. So ra go leboga Mkhwananzi wa ntši dikgolo mina tlhantlhagane.
Yeah, level.
Ra go leboga kgoši yaka. Tubakale, we want to, and Mr. Khoza, we want to hand over this facility back to yourselves. The immunities, the privileges, and the powers that you enjoyed here, we are now taking them back to Cape Town. Once we leave here, nobody speaks about immunities or privileges. So I'm going to give you some few minutes just to give your remarks. And the last thing I'm going to say is that the meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson of the Ad hoc Committee. Let me also thank honorable members of the committee and also Parliament for affording us an opportunity to
provide our services as a department of government and host this very important sitting. From the apex management of the department, we gave instructions to the area commissioner here, and he executed with the team with precision and the professionality that we always want to be held at as the Department of Correctional Services. But we didn't do that alone. We did that also with the managers and the staff from Parliament. And we did not succeed only because of what we were doing. We succeeded also because of the leadership of the Honorable Chairperson of the ad hoc committee and the members of the honorable members of the ad hoc committee. So we want to express our appreciation for being given this rare opportunity. This is your institution. You are always welcome to host sittings, not in any other form. We also want to thank you, Honorable Chairperson of the ad hoc committee, for allowing us to go back to wearing uniform. Mr. Koza here, from tomorrow you will wear uniform. It's not used to this attire that he's wearing. And as I indicated, we appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I see the SC is back. The SC, we are at a point where we are closing the meeting. There is one thing that you did not say. You did not give us this venue because you know Honorable Malema and I very well. You must say that I gave it to you as Parliament, not because I was under any influence from these two honorable members from my province. But we want to thank you so much and wish you good luck in your responsibilities at the helm of the correctional services in the country, and we hope that you will continue to do your best. Honorable members, the proceedings of this week here at HOC Mampuru were probably the last for this year. I have received a letter from the office of the Speaker. I think the Chief Whip informed me that they have discussed amongst themselves as political parties and have agreed to grant the committee the last extension. So we will go back to our committee meeting and discuss on how we are going to conclude the work of the committee within the period that has been extended by the National Assembly today. We want to thank you so much, members, once again, Mkhwananzi and your team, Commissioner and your team from Correctional Services, the area commissioner here, Mr. Koza, the staff of Parliament for making everything possible here, and the members of the media and the South African public. Thank you so much. God bless you.